Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Alfonsay here. This is the king of EU jammers. Today we are witnessing Danjio versus Longdong Never Die for, I believe, their first game of the league. We're going to see Longdong Never Die on the mechanic here, while Danjio is going to be playing that stand. I'm going to be sliding around the rink, getting these perfect lobs. Longdong trying to get a bit of a positioning advantage there of those. Moving up to the front of the net, goes for the stuff, but unfortunately that does fly back, pushing him back a little bit, letting Danjio regain some ground. Going to slide forward to the front of the net, nice perfect there. Longdong responding with a good lob to the back, trying to push Danjio back. Unfortunately misses his skid onto that. And that's going to be a 22-point rally going to Danjio. First score of the game, already going to 22. So we're going to have ourselves a pretty intense jam here. Longdong going to start building this perfect. Danjio goes for the reflect and unfortunately slides the wrong way. Isn't going to be able to collect that one. 10 points going over to long side. Now both players building juice here. Danjio moving up to the front of the net. And Longdong has activated the juice, but he's not going to be able to get to use it as Danjio lets it slide past him, choosing to take the 10 points instead. Nice curve there from the wall. A good wall ride from Danjio from the middle of the court, but Longdong is wise to that one. Longdong juiced again. Danjio is definitely playing on the back foot here. Big curves coming out from Longdong. And a really nice wall ride. Danjio throwing out these lobs, trying to mess up this juice, but Longdong isn't having any of it so far. Perfecting it, nailing it, and he loses it there. Danjio in front of the net now, going to be trying to drive this one home. 25 points on the board. Both players would happily walk away with this. Longdong starting on the perfect again. Danjio throwing out a lot of nices, but sometimes nices are all it takes. Gonna be getting a lot of points there. Enough to put him 51 in, which will be set one going over to Danjio, and then 6 points quickly going over to Longdong as Danjio again slides the wrong way. Longdong getting a perfect. Danjio shooting to the front of the net. Longdong's second perfect now, going to be looking for one more to get his juice here, but a really nice bounce, but Danjio means he's not going to be able to get it. McKenna does struggle to get those far away discs if she's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Positioning is really key on her. At the front of the net now with juice, Danjio going to lob, push her back. But a really nice curved straight throw there is going to find the back left corner, scoring him a few points there. Rally going to be kicking off again, and nice stuff from Longdong. That aggressive net play is going to net him about 10 points. And he's going to go for it again. Unfortunately, that one's going to drift a little farther back. Danjio at the front of the net, nice perfect there, straight down the middle. Longdong able to get his hands on that one, get a juice off of it. And a poor skid from Longdong is going to lose him the points in that set, 28-20. A similar score we saw to the last set. So this one could go either way. Players showing that they are able to get to those 30-point rallies, 20-point rallies pretty easily. This game has been a lot of back and forth with quick, easy points though. 10 points there going to Longdong. He's looking for 12 points now to wrap things up. Danjio himself looking for 30. So Danjio really wants the set to go as long as he can, because at this point, from now on, Longdong, no matter, like, if he just wins the point, he wins the game. Danjio is still looking for about 30 more, and Longdong, there we go, driving that one home with a really direct shot to the corner, is gonna win set 2. Deflect there going in, Longdong catching that one, lob comes out from Danjio. Gonna get his hands on that one, shooting up to the front of the net. Really nice wall skid from the mid-court, but Longdong saw the tilt on that one and was able to get to it. Danjio again at the front of the net. Longdong trying to replicate, doing the lob to try and push him back, and another nice wall ride from Danjio. He's gonna get a super, he's going for the chainsaw! Longdong pushed the shield up, but it's not quite big enough to clip it. That's gonna be 18 points going to Danjio. A really nice chainsaw, saw blade, or whatever it's called. Danjio now at the front of the net with perfect. It's gonna be pushed back by this lob from Longdong. Longdong, though, keeping up this perfect chain. At the front of the net, doesn't get the stuff. Disc is going to fly behind him, and he's not able to get a perfect off of that one. Lobbing into Danjio. He's got the super. He goes for the tower. Longdong's perfectly in place for that one, though. Calm under pressure. 20 points here in this set. Danjio from the middle at the net. A really nice perfect. Not enough, though. Longdong shucks up the shield, but again, a little too small there. Isn't able to grab that one. And this is a very one-sided set compared to the previous two we've just had. 41-0, Longdong throwing out a lob. Danjio almost getting another super after that. And unfortunately, Longdong again choosing to go for the shield instead of the slide. Isn't going to get the disc. Game 1 going over to Danjio on the Stanton here. Going to be moving into Game 2. I believe this is a best of 4 games, so you can go 2-2. So we will see what comes out. A really nice corner shot there by Longdong. The perfect gave it just that little bit of extra speed it needed to beat Danjio to the thingamajiggabob, and unfortunately Longdong slides the wrong way there. That's going to slide behind him. Players really discussing who's going to take the screenshot. Longdong does choose to slide onto that one, drops the shield. Good choice there by him. Almost showed a super there, but he does get a perfect off it. Danjio at the front of the net now with a perfect. Longdong, good slide, lobbing that one to the back line. Danjio going for that corner shot, forcing Longdong to lose his perfect and go for the slide. Wall ride coming out from both players here as Danjio moves more central into the field. That's going to be bouncing off into Longdong's hand. Longdong does have the juice. Let's see if he can keep it up. There's 2. Can we see 3? Lob coming out from Danjio. 3 is a nice wall ride, but the slide is there. Up at the front of the net now. And then catches the deflection even though it went behind him. 3 juices is all it takes to net yourself 29 points. A huge take there for Longdong. Lob going over to Danjio. Doesn't go for the wall ride. Longdong sliding to where that's going to be. Really nice play there. Danjio getting that perfect off, but it's going straight to Longdong. And it hits him in the back. 48-8. The humiliation. Longdong, good skid, knowing where that one's going to go. Danjio shooting up to the middle. Going to be getting a really nice middle wall ride there. That's going to score him a nice 8 points. He's going to need a little more than that if he's going to bring this one back. And that was a disgusting curve there from Longdong. It looked like it was going to go straight, and it curved just a little bit at the end. That's set 1 going to Longdong here. Lobbing to the backcourt. Lobs from both players. Longdong, I reckon, figured that was a wall ride, but unfortunately it bounced off and he wasn't able to recover in time. Danjio at the front of the net now, and we bouncing that one off. A really nice corner shot from Longdong, but Stanton Slide does get to it in time. Loses the perfect now as well. Danjio going to start burning his juice. Both players rocking that perfect. Danjio loses his. Longdong gets a perfect lob. One more for the juice, but the quick curve round his back does net Danjio that set, that rally. Longdong lobbing to the back, trying to get position here. Perfecting almost at the net. Really nice positioning here from Longdong, but unfortunately another instance of what looked like it was going to be a wall ride bouncing off. And Longdong needs to figure out how to start catching these. There's a lot that have been going just a little bit past him. Might be time to stop giving up, or start giving up the juice. Oh, really cheeky stuff there from Longdong. Start giving up the juice and just slide for those discs. It doesn't matter how many perfects and how many juice charges you have. If you don't have the disc, and if you've just been scored on, you're not going to be able to use them. 44-12 here. Danjio looking to claw his way back into this game. Needs to win this set to stay alive in this game at least. Otherwise it will be going over to Longdong and we'll see a 1-1 series. Longdong's going into the middle. Going for a bit of a wide shot there. Danjio. And another instance. Danjio's really nailing these, bouncing it off the wall and then having it like angly shot, sharp angle away. Figuring out times for this game is going to be tough. Danjio shooting that one. A lot of deflection coming out from both players, trying to gain a positional advantage. Sometimes it is going to move you backwards though, and that's the risk you run. You've really got to figure out what point on the arena you can actually shield. Almost charged a super off there, but he wasn't able to get underneath it in time. And that was really nice. It looked again like it was going to bounce off the wall and then come back into the court, but instead it just kept going, skimmed off of it, almost in a wall rider sense. Talking of wars, there's a nice one from Danjio. Loses his perfect though, and Longdong gets a slider. Great save there coming out from him. Able to stay alive in this game. Unfortunately, that deflect did push him back, losing his net advantage. And again, that is the risk you run. Almost gets the stuff there from Danjio. And Longdong slides to the wall, probably expecting a ward one more time. Doesn't quite find it, skipping off. Danjio 34-0. A similar situation to what we saw in game 1. Both players taking a set each, but in the third set, Danjio just dominates this series, 43-0. I believe it was 41-0 in the first game. So let's see if he can close that one up. Any point he wins at this point will be game. And he's going to try it with the super throw. The tire does score it. Longdong not able to slide. Game 2 going over to Danjio, 52-0 in that third set. Some really close games here. Both players are picking up sets, so it's not completely one-sided. Longdong just needs to not focus so much on the perfects, I guess. Danjio's throwing out a lot of nices, a lot of normal throws, and it is working out for him. Occasionally he'll get a perfect, and that's all good and dandy. He is juiced here, and a similar situation to what Longdong faced in the first game, not able to use that juice, as he does just score off of that third perfect. Warride coming out from him there, Longdong going for the slide. Straight into Danjio's hand, no perfect there. Longdong going to start charging his juice here. Danjio doing the same, Longdong loses his, but will Danjio keep his up? Nope. Both players rocking greats now. Danjio skids, probably again thinking it was a Warride. These Warrides are really deceiving. There's a very slight tilt to the disc, which shows off if it's going to skim along the wall or if it's going to bounce off. And it's really up to the players to figure out what it's going to be. Longdong almost had a really nice position at the net there. Unfortunately, went it just a little bit past him. Danjio now at the front of the net, throwing the perfect out. Longdong skids into that one. Tries to get a bit of curve on it. At the front of the net here. Can he keep this up? No. Danjio's going to lob him to the back line. Nice bounce off of his own wall there, utilizing that to get a nice angle. And See, that's the thing, it doesn't always have to be a perfect throw. Great throws have enough speed that even the notorious stand and slide can't keep up with it. 28 to 23, game 3 here. First set of the game. Longdong really getting these corner shots in quite nicely from one end of the arena to the other. There's a Zed. The super juiced Zed is one of the scariest supers in the game. A lot of the other supers don't benefit too much from being juiced, but Zed and Pythagoras really, not only do they go really fast, they look really impressive as well, getting that nice flame effect. Longdong is juiced here, throws a pretty simple straight shot. Danjio is trying to make him lose it, and he does make him lose it with that shot we've been seeing each and every game. Danjio almost getting hit in the back there, and there's the shot again. It curves into the wall, you think it's going to bounce off and keep skimming, but it never does. Danjio with a super here, goes for the tower. Longdong in the perfect place for it. Danjio skips up to the net, gets a nice wall ride. Longdong not able to get there, but unfortunately Danjio is shy by 2 points. At this point, now whoever wins, and, well, cast is curse, Longdong does win set 1. We're going to be seeing, hopefully, not a similar game to set 2. We really would like to see Longdong win a game here. So let's see what he can do. Longdong shooting up to the front of the net, rocking these perfects right now, pushing back a little bit, expecting a lob from Danjio, but it was actually pretty straightforward. Danjio going for the tower, Longdong can't slide to it in time. These tires from the front of the net are really powerful, especially against McKenna, who can't quite make that distance if she's picked the wrong side. Danjio shooting to the front of the net, goes for a wall ride. Longdong with a pretty weak show, keeps Danjo's position at the net, lobs him to the back though. He's going to be walking up here, almost gets the stuff, has to run back to pick that one up. Danjio, good skid. Danjio with a really nice play there, he deflected and instantly skidded to where it was going to go. Normally if you do a slide, you're not able to get a perfect off of it, but if you slide and then stand up, you might actually be able to get the perfect. Longdong threw his shield up there, another situation we've seen quite a few times, the shield just didn't cover the area he thought it was going to. Danjio's getting back to the court, wall ride there. Oh, Longdong, if that was a bit stronger of a show, that might have been really nice. Danjio thought he was going for the wall ride. Talking of Danjio, 47 to 0 here. Danjio looking to close this set out and equalize the score. Longdong going to have to really come back in this game, down 47 points. He pretty much, well, I mean, he just can't drop a game here. Can't drop a single point. Hopefully it goes to 50. That's what Longdong's probably hoping for here. But a wall ride from Danjio is going to crush those hopes. Set 2 going over to Danjio like each and every other game we've seen today. Both players are going set to set, and it's the third set that's really deciding it. Historically, Longdong, unfortunately... Ooh! The backstab coming out of Longdong. Danjio falling flat on his face twice now. That's got to be embarrassing. But yeah, historically, Longdong has lost these third sets in both the games we've seen so far, so here's hoping that humiliating backstab will give him what he needs to win this set and get himself on the board. Good skid there into where it's going to be. Danjio firing out some pretty... Oh! Danjio again with a little either a mistimed or a misangled skid. Isn't going to be able to pick that one up. And Longdong 27 to 0 here, but he's not able to skid to that one on time. So 27 to 8, Longdong with the serve. And going for a little bit of curve, Danjio sliding that one, going straight for the corner, Longdong able to get that on time. And the stuff comes out, Longdong not even going to slide to that one, he throws out the taunt, he's accepted it. You've got to be really careful. You've got to be really careful going for those really Pong-esque hard bounces. Just because you run the risk of your opponent being able to get up to the net and stuff it. Tower comes out again, but Longdong is on top of that, not going to lose into this one again. Danjio really far up at the net, but a nice curve from Longdong utilizing McKenna's powers is going to bring him up to 43-17. He just needs to win the next point, and he is on the board. It will be 2-1 at that point. Going for those quick curves off the wall. Danjio's there in place, though. Goes for the deflect. Does keep it. That's juiced. Can we see a second juice? Juice from the net! Where's the third? Oh, deflection might ruin it, but no, there it is. He's on 3 juices right now. Danjio is really staying alive in this one, using the skids. Wall ride comes out, and a huge curve from Longdong is going to get him his first game of this series. Really impressive play from Longdong there, right at the end, getting about 4 to 5 juices. Danjio held on as much as he could, but until you get your own footing, there's really not much you can do. Corner shot there from Danjio is going to get past Longdong, bringing it up to 8-0. The small points are always the worst points. Those are the ones that hit you in the head the most. Longdong lobbing back to the back of the net, going to be pushing up to the net here, slides to get it. Throws out a pretty weak shot, which is going to let Danjio deflect and get the charge. Going to choose the tower again. The stuff comes out, Longdong not able to slide to that one, and that is 21 points on the board for Danjio. Really nice play overall there from Danjio, who threw out the super, which guarantees that you get pushed all the way to the back, because that's pretty much the only place you can catch it. And then he moves all the way up to the front of the net. Really positioning very nicely there. Danjio again playing up at the net. That was a really nice throw. Was going to be a wall ride. And talking of wall rides, there it is. 17 points for Danjio. Longdong is playing catch up in this game. Always trying to get into a position where he can do something. But Danjio is just in a better position every time. Longdong up at the net here. Both players looking down at the net. And there it is, the great shot. Going to be a slow curve. 47. Danjio just needs one more point here to win the set. Longdong. In fact, I think this might be the second 47-0 we've seen in this series. Longdong charging up the super, goes for the tag. Danjio able to get to that one in time. But Longdong has moved up to the front of the net. A really huge curve shot from Danjio is going to push him back. Curving from the wall, pretty powerful tool to get people off of the net rather than lobbing. And a very nice bounce right off the wall next to Longdong. Gets him the perfect angle to fire that straight at the opposite corner. Danjio not even able to get to that one on time. Unfortunately, it was all for nothing as Longdong loses the 6 points, pushing Danjio over set 1. Game 4. This will be the last game of this series. So Longdong has the potential to go 2-2 here. Let's see if he can score, racking up here to 11. Longdong going for these opposite corner shots a lot of the time. Unfortunately, sometimes they hit the wall and bounce back in, kind of giving it to your opponent. But he is juiced now. Let's see what he can do with it. Goes for the corner shot. Lob comes out from the stand and trying to drop it. And a completely straight shot there from Longdong. Unfortunately, forced to slide. Doesn't matter. Again, people forget the power of great, nice shots. It doesn't always have to be a perfect shot that wins. Sometimes those corner shots, no matter how strong they are, you're never going to be able to get to them. Danjio shooting up to the front here, throwing a normal curve. Danjio now being forced backwards. Longdong at the net, goes for another one of those corner shots, but Danjio is on point this time. And Longdong playing a lot more forward in the points he's winning. Really got to keep doing that. Danjio now at the net, going to be running backwards. The lob comes out anyway. Wall ride from Longdong. But oh, Longdong with a nice 22 points to Danjio there. Casting this is hard. Longdong going to be going for the serve, almost gets the ace there. Wall ride from Danjio, forcing Longdong to skid into it, meaning he's not going to get the perfect. They would have liked a few skips is all it takes to push Danjio up to 31-24 here. Danjio, if he wins the set, will be walking away in this series 3-1, which is a pretty good score. It's no 4-0, but you know, what more can you ask for? And there is a nice 11, a pretty easy, perfect straight shot. No curves, nothing fancy. Longdong, unfortunately, went for the deflection, but because it was a perfect, that went really far backwards towards the middle. And he didn't, I guess he didn't expect it because he didn't go for that early slide to it. Danjio charging a full power here, which is going to go for the tire. Longdong not able to get his hands on that. That will be 2 sets in a row. 3-1 in this series. Each game had gone 1 set each to the third match. This was the only game that did not. Really impressive play from both players there. If you liked watching this, let me know, I guess. It was kind of weird. Don't really know how to cast this game, so we'll figure that out as we go along. I should be bringing you more of the King of the EU Jammers videos and coverage when I get them. And when I get to better upload, I will be streaming them. So until then.